Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to present my thesis concerning the birth of tragedy and its various nuances leading to the quest for personal balance. Human life is composed of experiences, events, moments, but above all emotions that can be both positive and negative, and their variety contributes to defining our existence. Throughout our lives, we often desire to experience only moments of happiness, trying to avoid and reject negative emotions and act rationally. But what is rationality, and why do we feel the need to eliminate negative feelings? Exploring these questions leads us to understand that negative emotions are often perceived as something to be avoided. Schopenhauer said that man is born emitting a cry, almost foreshadowing a life of immense pain. Thus, no human life is free from suffering. Nietzsche, with his philosophy of the Dionysian, reminds us that beneath the surface of apparent serenity, there is a continuous tension between order and chaos. This concept invites us to recognize and accept our irrational and painful side, rather than trying to eliminate it. Therefore, it is crucial to learn to fully live even the negative feelings, allowing ourselves to navigate the waves of tragedy. The term tragedy derives from the ancient Greek tragodia, from which the expression song of the goat can be derived. Another etymology of this term comes from the root tar, which literally means to pierce, to penetrate, but if we go beyond the simple literal explanation, we understand that it means to wound, to kill. Currently, the term tragedy is used to describe a literary or theatrical genre that depicts tragic or disastrous events. How did tragedy originate? To answer this question, we can refer to Nietzsche's work, The Birth of Tragedy. Nietzsche's work reveals that there was a Greek world where irrational elements of pain, violence, and infinity were present and even celebrated. There was a specific time in which the Greek world was dominated by two impulses, by a pair of opposites, the Apollonian and the Dionysian. Apollo, perfect in every aspect, is the lord of poetry, music, beauty, and medicine. Nietzsche treats the figure of Apollo in a neoclassic manner because he belongs to the sphere of representation and appearance. He is weaker than Dionysus, and wherever the Dionysian expanded, the Apollonian was removed. In fact, Dionysus is the true protagonist of the tragedy, is the only hero on stage, and these sufferings are the object of the tragedy. Dionysus represents instinct, chaos, and irrationality, in contrast to controlled rationality. The Apollonian spirit is tranquility compared to chaos, finitude compared to infinity, light compared to darkness, harmony compared to disorder. The Greek world had the courage to stage the Dionysian, driven by the desire to show the violence present in the world. Nietzsche says that life is Dionysian, and in our life we can insert elements of balance and harmony, but we can eliminate the Dionysian. Even Miguel de Unamuno made tragedy the fundamental principle of his existence. For Unamuno, balance was not something static or defined, but an aspiration. He believed that human beings tend to seek balance and harmony in their lives, but often find themselves in a constant struggle between rationality and vital impulse. According to Unamuno, the root of human suffering is precisely the idea that we are finite beings, meaning that one day our lives are destined to end, and we are predestined to die. Failing to achieve this end gives rise to tragedy and the tragic sense of life. In Saint Manuel Bueno Martyr, a seminal novel by Miguel de Unamuno, the author addresses the dilemma of immortality. The story centers on the figure of Saint Manuel, the parish priest greatly beloved by the people, and his torment. Don Manuel no longer believes in the kingdom of heaven and no longer hears the call of the God he once invoked. Despite this, the priest urges his followers to pray, to have faith, and to behave as true Christians. The pastor's conduct is aimed at preventing the people from discovering a painful reality that they could hardly bear. Don Manuel feels that the people clearly need his support to live in the consoling illusion of religion that makes human existence bearable. we could associate religion with Apollo as the consolation that attempts to conceal the tragic and Dionysian reality of existence. In the world, dense things move downward in, while expansive things move upward yang. Yin represents cold, darkness, and winter, while yang represents warmth, light, and summer. Yin and yang symbolize balance and harmony. The combination of yin and yang helps find the balance between body and mind. By recognizing and accepting the Dionysian, we can fully embrace the complexity and richness of our existence, finding a dynamic balance between order and chaos, rationality and irrationality, and paving the way for a more authentic and fulfilling life.